show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Detroit Lions. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set up, 15, run it, 15 line. Big stuff, let's go! Pass it, check, throw out! Hustle, step!
Running right, here's Sanders. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. At their own 25-yard line. Let's go. Push the outlaw. Watch twins.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
It's just me and you. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Out. Come on. Check safety. Check 9.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Hit it. 60 mark. Scan. Protein spill. Check it back. Hey. Get it.
Right back to Sanders on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go. Get set.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lane. And it's caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, it's Sanders. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got it. 24 is the mic. Oh, yeah.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He's got Quick. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. He finds Quick. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf. 666. Pull it high. Hit it.
On first down, Sims. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Rock it. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point up and good. 21-0 our score after 1. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Shift. Hey, alert 3.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Leo.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Lane. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Now watch run.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Topper! Go! Shoot!
Here's Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You're not ready. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Blue draw Corkers. Get it.
He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
First down, Detroit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hey, stand on.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point attempt to come here. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Lions 34, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On second down, here's Cunningham. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Whip. Check 43. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Cunningham. Looking deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says,
and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, it's Cunningham. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Cunningham. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll try the right side with McCoy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
36 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll go again to McCoy. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
All day, dog.
On 1st and 10, Lane. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
They'll roll him out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Look at me. Go.
Back to throw. Lane. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
On the double. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh, slam.
Again, it's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, baby.
Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Lane. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Looking to throw. Lane. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Operating from the gun. Lane. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. McCoy. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
McCoy. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, Cunningham completes it to Quick. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is McCoy. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. His first running back, McCoy. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Look at right sideline, that's complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with McCoy. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, fellas.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now he'll let it go deep right side. They've got his man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 58 yards as his guys continue to... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 3.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?